Remember me? It's Doze Muffin XC. I am recording my flip video camera for the first time in, it's been at least 2 weeks since I last posted a video, and I want to say it's even been 3 weeks, but I don't know. I know the last couple weekends have been busy, and I've actually started Talk to Me Tuesday videos about 3, 4 times, but I've never finished them, and I keep having computer troubles. So anyway, excuses. I know, I always have one. I'm the queen of excuses. So I do have some pretty exciting things to show off this week. And do please forgive me if the angle of the video is really weird and if right now all you're seeing is my forehead. Um, it's really hard to tell what I'm videotaping when I'm using the flip camera, but right now, because of the state that my computers are in, it's easier to do this than it is to videotape with my webcams. So, whatever. Okay, so 2 weekends ago, I think it was, I got amazing mail. I have got to say right now, thank you so much to Offengen and Clumsy Cord. I, in one of the last Talk to Me Tuesday videos that I posted, I talked about how I was really excited about the There and Back Again quilt project, the Block of the Month challenge. And when I did, I also expressed that that I was a little trepidatious. I think I'm using that word properly. English teacher, you know your words. That I wouldn't have fabric enough. Usually, when I make costumes or when I make things, I just buy exactly enough fabric as I need, and I don't have a lot of different types. So I had said that I was kind of concerned that I didn't have much by way of fabric, and Offengen offered to send me a pack of scraps. And I told her, yes, yay, please, if you don't mind. And she did. She sent me an amazing, gigantic bundle of scraps. Brilliant. There's even some Harry Potter fabric in there. I'm not going to lie, I kind of freaked out. So I'll show that to you in a second. But that same day that I got her package, like that came to my front step. And then I went down and checked my mailbox, and I had another package. And it was from Clumsy Cord, and she sent me a pack of scraps. I did not even know she was going to send those. And you guys are so thoughtful. I literally could not have done this month's block without you. So thank you guys so much. I never fail to be amazed by how wonderful my live journal friends can be and how thoughtful you are. So thank you so much. This definitely gives me a good start, and I used both of your fabrics this month. So I'm very excited for the months to come. So here are the packs that they sent me, and they're kind of messed up because I dropped, words. I took both bags and kind of emptied them out on my bed and was sifting through them for my block of the month, so they're kind of in disarray. But let's see. Here is the pack that Clumsy Cord sent me, and she sent me some really nice floral pieces, some like nature themed, a lot of flowers and leaves, that I think are going to be really helpful for this particular challenge, because The Hobbit is, for those of you who for The Hobbit, it's set in Middle Earth, which is very naturey. Can we say that? I'm sorry. It's a 3-day week, and we're all kind of bonkers right now. So if I'm not making any sense, I apologize. But anyway, so she sent me a really nice variety there, and I'm looking forward to using them. And then Offengen sent me this whopping monster of a pack of scraps, and she said she was aiming for variety, and she certainly achieved that. There's some really fun fabric in here, all kinds of colors, all kinds of patterns, and I would never get this variety if I was relying on my own fabric stores, because I just don't have that yet. I've not been quilting very long, and I always, buy the minimum just because I'm cheap. I can't wait to use this particular fabric. It's like a stones. I don't know. I can just imagine it's going to be a lot of fun to use for the There and Back Again challenge. So, since I'm talking about gifts and wonderful things that people have sent, I also posted in one of my last videos that I'm working on my River Song Halloween costume, which has been coming along very slowly, which is really kind of sucks considering it's such an easy costume. It should have been done ages ago. It's not even not really making very much. But the accessories I was having trouble with, because River has, she wears a holster, and on her holster she has a leather bag and some other tidbits. And I had the holster, but I didn't have anything to use for the leather pouch, and I was having trouble finding leather to make a pouch. So Um, oh my God, why can't I, oh my God, who's, sorry, I'm so used to thinking of people as their actual names now that I'm getting mail from you, so, wow, I'm stupid. Anyway, um, so she said that she had an old purse that she thought would work well, and she sent it to me. And I think it's going to work quite well. It's a little bigger, a little wider than hers is, and doesn't have the strap on the front. But I think because the strap to the purse itself is very long, that I'm going to be able to use that. Um, and I'm going to see what I can make out of it. So that was really really nice for her to send that to me. She said I could keep it, so I plan on making that work. So this is the purse. Um, and it had a little logo on the front, and I took that off, so I'm going to put a strap right in the front. I realize I probably just gave you a really awkward shot of the leathery exterior of that purse. So I'm going to use, it's got a really nice long strap that I think is going to work really well because I'm going to need to figure out some way to attach it to my gun holster. And it's a good size, so I'll be able to fit, when I go to my Halloween party, I'll be able to fit some of um, my cell phone and things in there, and I can fit my sonic screwdriver in there. Sadly, my river journal does not fit in there, but oh well, whatever. Such is life. And she also sent me some really fun vinyl, and I was really excited to get this because I need to make all the things I need to make. I need to make a vortex manipulator if I want to really do this costume right, and I think that this would make a pretty good vortex manipulator. Obviously, I just need to sit down and make this stupid thing. So I need to draft a pattern for that, and it's turning out to be a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, this costume, but I'm excited, and I hope it'll turn out well. And I got my hair cut, so my hair can be a little bit more riverish, so I'm looking forward to trying out some gravity-defying hair products to make sure it really sticks out. Let you know how that goes. Okay, so thank you guys so much for the gifts. You're amazing, and I could not do this without you. Okay, a couple other things. I finished, finally, because I have to send this out this week, because these poor girls, I told their mother, I think it's been months now, that I was going to make them wands, and one of the girls is going as Luna for Halloween, and I want to make sure her wand gets to her before Halloween. You know, would be helpful. So I finally finished those wands that I started ever so long ago. So what I did was, with these, with this one, I left it plain. I was going to put some runes on it before I put the polyurethane coat, but I didn't end up doing that just because I didn't like what the henna was doing. It ended up being too messy and too much work, and I've just run out of time. But what I did do, and you can't really tell here, but as I was coating it in polyurethane, I sprinkled it with glitter that I had from a different project, I think from one of my stenciling projects, and then glossed over it again. So it's not like a glaring glitter, it's not like big chunks of glitter, but it looks really nifty in the light, and I'm afraid you can't really tell here, but it's got a nice feel to it, and I think that hopefully it'll go well with her costume. So this is for the older girl, and then this one is for the younger. It's smaller. I kind of feel bad that a little more went into it, I guess. Like I thought it turned out kind of neat because the bottom I left in the original bark, and that's the handhold, and then up here I have swirl that I did in henna, and I also put some glitter on it when I coated it in polyurethane. So I think it looks pretty nifty. So there are those, and I love making wands. They're a lot of fun. So that's them. Oh my god, I feel like I'm catching up on so much stuff because there's a lot that I've done and I haven't posted in a while. I'll try to be quick. So I'm doing the Crucible with my students right now, or with my 11th graders, and we're almost done. And they're also doing an independent project on the Scarlet Letter. So I had a tea party for some of them, then I offered extra credit, and where we could discuss the Scarlet Letter, and they're doing their project on their own. So I told them if they had any questions, they could come and talk to me about them at that point. And so I told them if they dressed up, they'd get extra credit. And I told them if you dress up more than I dress up, then I'll give you extra credit. So I had to have a costume, so I was rushing the day before. I was baking stuff for this tea party, and I didn't really get to do a full costume, but what I did make was this Scarlet Letter. And I think it turned out decently. I mean, up close, if you look at it up really close, my stitching is not that hot. But all it is, it's just I think it's three pieces of felt. I forget. The top, I actually found a nice like scarlet red as opposed to just like the red that you buy at the cheap felt. So it was a nice rich red, and it's on top of two pieces of black felt, just so that it would give it a little bit more structure. And it kind of looks like a sports letterman jacket letter, which is kind of weird. But I kind of made my own stencil from a font on the computer, and I printed it out, and so that it would look a little bit fancy. And I pinned it to a dress that I had, and I think it turned out pretty well. And a lot of it was pretty funny all throughout that day. The kids were like kids who weren't my students, just kids in the hall were like, "Hey, look, you're dressed up like Hester Prynne. You're that person in the Scarlet Letter." So I was like, "Yeah, you go, guys, you go." So anyway, that was a lot of fun. And then last but not least, I finally did the block of the month for the There and Back Again. And it's my very first paper piecing attempt, and I think it turned out okay. There's a lot of things I don't like about it, but I'm not going to dwell on those. What's done is done. I'm looking forward to next week or next month. And so here is that. So there, it was Gandalf this month. This is my binder for There and Back Again. And this is my Gandalf block. And he turned out okay. There's a lot of things, like I messed up right here. I had to kind of do some improvisational paper piecing, which, when you've never done paper piecing before, you really shouldn't be improvising, so that wasn't so hot. But, so I used this blue fabric that Off and Jen sent me. I believe this white fabric, it has, you can't really tell, sorry. It's got, like, little flowers in the background. It's very light. I think may have been, I think they may, I can't even remember whose fabric was whose. There's this nice brown, kind of had like a wood pattern, and Gandalf's hat, you can't really tell here, but it's got a little sparkle to it in this gray. And then the green was mine, and the gray was mine. So, turned out okay, not so very bad. So, that is that, and I know this has gone on really long, so I'm going to stop, and I hope that you're all having an amazing week. The weather has been amazing here. Fall is finally arriving, although it's supposed to get hot again this week, and I'm not that happy about that. But I've got a 3-day week this week, teacher work days, but you know what? Whatever. Who cares? 4-day weekend. Amazing! So I've got a lot of work to do on my costume, so hopefully next week I will have my entire River Song costume to show off, and I hope that it looks vaguely like River Song. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'm catching up on videos. I'm really bad about watching them, but I do love to watch your videos, and just because I'm not commenting doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not watching, so I'm working on that. Have a great week, guys. Bye.